palmetto changed. And we were able to do it in a small single capsule. So that meant the price went down dramatically. And with our prostate support, I take prostate support every day. It's just one capsule. You don't need to take more. I know people see how great it works. They go, I'm going to take 2 or 3. It works so great. All you need is to take 1. But salt palmetto is an ingredient that the clinical studies, the research on salt palmetto is phenomenal. If you're a man, as you get older, the one thing that happens unrelentingly is the growth of our prostate. It's called benign prostate hypertrophy. It's benign. It's not a pathological condition. But as our prostate increases in size, it affects its neighbors. And one of its closest neighbors happens to be our bladder and urinary tract. So it could affect our urinary function. And that's why a lot of men wake up in the middle of the night and therefore have issues with sleep and whatnot, or they have issues of urgency with urination. So this is not, we often talk about these sorts of issues when we talk about my cranberry product. And with my cranberry product, a lot of times, if I'm with Colleen or Shannon, they think these are just women issues. No, no, no. Men also have their share of issues. The aging process is the great equalizer. So men also have their own issues. So whether it's ultimate women's wellness in terms of the natural transitions that women will experience, or our natural prostate support in terms of the transitions that we as men experience, they both deliver benefits that most people don't expect are available from a product like this, but they truly are, and the reviews speak volumes.
Well, we said there is something for everybody, and there truly is. Prostate support, ultimate women's wellness. Of course, order yours today. If you're watching us, you can shop via the phone, or of course, always go online at hsn.com. If you search Andrew Lessman, you'll be able to see his entire assortment of wonderful vitamins and supplements.
Yeah, I'm looking at questions here. Someone asked, we talked about turmeric before.
Yes. And
they asked why I don't use the bioperine, which is another way to supposedly increase the absorption of the curcuminoids in turmeric. The reason why is that's actually using a spice. It's like a black pepper spice. And I like to keep my products as mild and gentle as possible, and I don't want to add another spice to turmeric. And also the way we make it more absorbable is really following the tradition, which is we just complex it with fat, and we choose the best fat, a phospholipid. That's the primary phospholipid in our liver and brain. So each of the